In this lesson, we are starting with our first composition. So we are learning the sources of inspiration, methods of composition, creating the chords, and adding the instruments to the composition. Let's start. Hi everyone, in this lesson we will learn the basics of music composition and writing our first melody. So when we are writing a melody, we can do anything, but as there are so many options, we need to somewhat limit ourselves. So we need to select some sources of inspiration when writing our music. So for the source of inspiration, you can select a place, a person, a memory or a scene, other music or a mood. So in our example, we will select a place and we will continue writing our first melody. Another thing when writing a composition is that there are different methods. One of them is melody first, another one is chords first, another one is the lyrics first, and another one is the form and structure first. So when we are saying melody first, you are just starting with writing with the melody first, then going on the next steps and creating the structure. With the chords, you are starting with the chords, then writing the melody and other sections. When you have a lyric, you start with the lyric, and for that lyric, you are trying to write a melody and continue with that one. In our case, we will start with chords first option. So let's select, I already did some homework. So here is that I'm selecting a hotel reception, a hall, or let me say, so it is a peaceful, happy and calm environment. And I am selecting, so we are selecting the mood, which is peaceful, calm and happy. We are selecting the location. Try to also put some pictures when you are selecting something, a person or a location. So it will help you to ignite your imagination. And what instruments to use. So we are starting simple. So I am selecting a piano, harp, and a flute. And I will just write 30 seconds of music. And for that one, I am selecting, as I selected chords first, I am selecting my chord, which is a major chord, and it is 1, 5, 6, 4, which is used with most of the songs, many songs, and it is a happy uplifting chord progression. Here are some examples. For example, we have Taylor Swift, We Were Happy. We can check that one. Let me open this just to listen shortly. Another example is Walk in the Shire. Let's check also that one. I am keeping the demos short, so I don't have any copyright issues. As you see, these melodies are happy melodies, and we will try to also create a happy but also a calm melody for our hall, for our reception, where people are sitting and taking leisure time. Now let's start with our first melody, and while creating the melody, we will start first with the chords. So for the chords, I will use piano. And for the piano, I will use the Labs Glass Grand Piano. So let me select that one. I already installed it. Please check the previous lessons if you want to see how to install the Labs instruments. So here I am opening the instruments and I am selecting, first of all, from the left menu, piano. And from the right, I am selecting Glass Grand and loading it. So I have my grand piano selected. And I want to show you one more thing. In this lesson, we will be using C major scale. Here is the button that you can enable your keyboard as a MIDI controller. For example, here I am right clicking and I am selecting C, and in the C I am selecting measures and chords. So like this, when I push the buttons in my keyboard, it will play. And when I push the numbers at the top of my keyboard, it is playing the chords. Let me show you it in piano roll. How does it look? So in piano roll, I am pushing button 1 and it is playing C major, and after that I am playing 2, it is D. You see? So let's check our chord progression. What was it? Indeed, I will copy the details to note. So what I will do is to open the mixer, and in the mixer I will add the Flute notes book 2, and in the notebook 2 I will copy what we decided. So the location is a reception, so the mode is happy, and what instruments we are using is piano and harp and flute, and the length is around 30 seconds, and the method of composition is chords first, and the chord is 1, 5, 6, 4. Now let me open my instrument and the piano roll again. Here is my piano roll. So I was playing 1, after that 5 and 6 and 4. So let's first write 1. It is a C major. And after that we are writing 5, which is a G major. And after that we are writing 6, which is a A minor. And lastly 4, which is F major. So this is our chord progression. Let's play it and see how it sounds. In the next steps, let's start doing some coloring and naming. So first of all, here, this is our chords. So rename and color chords. And let me give it a color, accept. And let me assign this chord to the mixer. The mixer. So in the mixer, I am selecting insert 1, and here the chord is selected, and I'm right clicking here and channel routing to selected channel. So this is chord 1. And I have the mixer here. Now let's go to our patterns. Here, I want to give it the same name and color. The name and color. So this is chords, and the color that we used was this one, accept. Okay, we have our chords. Let me add this one here. 2 chords. Now let's play and see. As a second step, I want to add the flute. So let me go to the instruments, This time I will be using the BBC Orchestra, which we also installed in the previous lessons. Okay, here we have our flute, so I'm selecting this one and closing. Let's again rename this one, the name and color. And again assign it to the mixer. Selecting this one and right clicking, channel routing. Okay, we have it here. I will create a new pattern for this one. Plus flute and select the same color again. And accept. So for the flute, I will use just the bass notes. Let me go here, so it will be a C4. But I will use just multiple C4s. And after that, our next note was chord progression 5, which is G. And after that, it was 6, which is A. And lastly, it was 4th, which is F. Now let's see how it sounds. I am switching the pattern to see it. So this flute basically doesn't have any sampled notes for C4, so I am moving it one up. Now trying again. Okay, we are done also for this one. I'm going to the song and adding also the flute. So let's start with the flute, then go on with the chords, adding the chords. Let's see. I will add also some more. Okay, now let's switch the song and play it. Okay, now we will continue with the next step, adding the melody.